Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I want to make sure my mic is working. Check, check. Okay, because last time I did this, I recorded the audio on a separate microphone, but it was next to me, and I don't know why I thought the sound was gonna come out differently. It came out really muffled. So the first video, you will notice the audio is not as good as this video, but we don't scrap these videos. I'm gonna use every single one, whether there is a mistake or not. I'm gonna be uploading it because Spirit came through heavy in the first video. I suggest you go and look at that reading. It was a pick a pile, pick a card, whatever you want to call it, reading. It was a pile because they weren't pick a cards, because they were 3 different objects. So but that was really fun to film. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anye, and my channel is called ILLUMINATRESS TAROT. And my intention on my channel is to illuminate that which is currently veiled for you, things that you need clarity on, that which you are needing assistance with, and supporting you in your spiritual journey, supporting you in your evolution, supporting you in your becoming, and stepping into your wholeness, right? For me, my spiritual journey has been a lot of fragmentation of myself and really hiding a lot of parts of me from me. And came into tarot, and it really helped me to understand the patterns and the ways that I was being that were imprisoning me and keeping me hostage and holding me hostage. So I wanted to share my intuitive gifts via the use of tarot and divination, and I feel very connected to this medium. So I'm here again with another pick a pile. This will be up, it'll be up on the screen for you, 3 different piles. You'll be either pile 1, pile 2, or pile number 3. And the prompt or the question that I will be asking Spirit to give us clarity on is, what is currently infecting your perception? Because a lot of times, everything that we are experiencing in our reality, I know we've all heard this, is a product of our perception, right? And so if your past experiences are what you're using to interpret your present, if you're using past experiences to predict your future or to interpret what is presently happening in your life, that is all you're going to see. You're only going to see things based off of those experiences. But we have so much power and sovereignty and authority over how we perceive our present reality, right? And so there are a lot of things that I like to call I call them parasites. They're like little bugs that get in the system of our mind and our psyche, and they really eat away at it eats away at our self-concept. It eats away at who we are. It eats away at how we see this world, how we see ourselves, how we perceive and view our relationships. These little bugs get in and they start to infect the way that we view this life. And so my goal with this specific pick-a-pile is for me to be able to delve in and connect with Spirit and have Spirit give us some clarity based on each pile, what exactly is currently infecting your perception and keeping you from stepping into your wholeness, and also really from keeping you disempowered, out of your power, out of your ability to make decisions in sovereignty. Make decisions from a place that you are completely coherent, you are completely aware, you are completely in control over your actions. Because when your past is predicting your present, you are not the one in the driver's seat. Your past is. The past version of you, the version of you who made decisions this and that way, is in control. That version of you is driving the car. They're in the driver's seat. Your present conscious version of you, the one that is aware, the one that knows what they want and takes action in that direction, is not the one in the driver's seat. So right now, this just came to me when I was on vacation. I just came back from España. I was in Spain. I was in Mallorca. It was so fun. I went for my mom's 50th birthday. It was a blast. And so this was like a brain blast that came to me when I was on the vacation. And so I was like, I'm going to do a video when I get back about what is currently infecting our perception. What is infecting your perception? And I'm going to move this mic a little bit. Sorry, I don't want to make sure it's not loud. But what is infecting your perception? Okay, so on the screen, I'm going to have 3 different piles, and you can pick between all 3 piles. Okay, so here they are. Okay. Welcome to your pile number one, group number one, pile number one. If you chose pile number one, this is your reading, okay? I'm going to start with the Oracle of the Seven Energies deck. Let's put this in front of the camera and make sure that there you go. And then I'm going to be going into my tarot. This is the Radiant Tarot deck. I want to make sure I'm not crooked. Like, it feels like my tripod looks like it's crooked, but I can't tell. If it is crooked, this joint just finna be crooked today, y'all, because I'm not fixing it. And then at the end, I'm going to go in with this deck, the Soulful Woman deck. And it doesn't have to be just for women. If you're here and you are not a woman, everyone has divine feminine in them. Everyone has divine masculine in them, okay? It doesn't matter what gender you identify as, okay? So let's start with the Oracle of the Seven Energies. We're going to pray over this reading prior to as well. So let's go ahead and do that as I shuffle this pile. Thank you so much for today, Spirit. Thank you so much for this moment and for gifting us with this sacred space. Thank you for allowing me to read for the collective. Thank you for allowing me to read on their behalf, to connect with you on their behalf, utilizing my intuition and divine gifts. Thank you so much for your guidance and the guidance of our divine, benevolent, empowered ancestors, spirit guides, spirit guardians, and protectors, and spirit guides. Thank you so much for your continued support and love. And please allow for all messages to come through that are for the highest good of this collective. Allow for us to receive that which we need at this time. Thank you so much. I say this with all thanksgiving, all surrender, and all trust. Amen, Ashe, and so it is. All right, I'm gonna do one more shuffle. I just felt like that was what I needed to do just now. I'm gonna do a cutting of the deck. Let's cut him up. We got 3, and now we're gonna go ahead and ask Spirit, what is it that is currently infecting pile number one's perception, Spirit? Please provide pile number one, those who have chosen pile number one, please provide them with clarity on what is currently infecting their perception and imprisoning them and disempowering them presently. I do 3 shuffles, y'all, and then I'll take the card off the top if nothing comes out, okay? The Power of Purpose. Okay. This is how the card looks. Looks like some flames with an arrow in the center. This is a pretty card. There you go. This one, the Power of Perception. All right. There's something about obviously there's something about a target, but sometimes you don't have to read these cards so verbatim, and I try to be very intuitive with it. So I'm gonna get some tarot out and see how we can interpret this card. Okay. The Power of Purpose. Spirit, please provide clarity as to how this card, this Power of Purpose card, how does it correlate to what is currently infecting pile number one's perception. I'll do 3 shuffles. The arrow is on fire. And I'm trying to make, there could be so much detail here. There's so many ways we can interpret this. So I'm gonna just wait for some clarification with the tarot, okay? So the power of purpose. Spirit, please provide some clarity as to how this power of purpose, what it has to do with, we're gonna get 3 cards. That's one. Thank you, Spirit. How this power of purpose is, no, that's too many. I'm not doing that. No. How does it correlate to how those who've chosen pile number 1? How was this correlating to what is currently infecting their perception? I take cards when they do that. If they're about to come out, I do that. I take it. That's just me and my reflexes, because sometimes I'm like, were you trying to flip? And then it's like my reflexes are hella good, and I think I just catch cards when Spirit's like, I was trying to get that joint to you, bro. I was trying to let that one come out. Stop with your cat-like reflexes for a second. All right? Let me help you. All right, I think it's this one. All right, cool. And I'll do them in the order in which they came out. Okay. We have the Moon, the 4 of Coins, 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy, and then we have the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And the 3 of Wands underneath the King of Pentacles. I'm sorry. There's a lot. Okay, when I'm looking at this reading, y'all, it's so many circles, so much. And like even this arrow, like look at all the pentacles here, all right? I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Every single one of these cards, this looks like a pentacle. This looks like a pentacle to me, does it not? Because look at the pentacles on this card. Look at the arrow, the target. Look at that. And then look at that. They all look like pentacles. This looks like a pentacle, a version of all the pentacles in these cards. To me. So if I'm really gonna go based off of something else, like this symbolism, then I'm gonna say this feels like what's infecting your perception is a really in some kind of way, even the Moon looks like a pentacle. Look. Some kind of obsession with physical 3D security. Some kind of really real, even the 4 of Coins we grip in, like a really real fear of not having 3D security. Like a fear of not being able to make money or to create some kind of security in the 3D. It seems like there's a lot of that. And this target seems to be more so constantly needing to be going and making things happen in the 3D so that you're never either sitting down and taking a moment, because this is the Moon and the Moon is intuition. So maybe that you will be avoiding sitting with yourself and you be on go all the time. And you are very much attached to 3D security to the point where you can't let yourself, this is underneath here. This is underneath the King of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands. You can't like let yourself, it's like you're not following your passions. You are, the fact that this is underneath this, because this was at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, this is at the bottom of the deck. And the fact that this is underneath this, it feels like this obsession with collecting all the coins and making sure that you're okay in the 3D is completely clouding your ability to really actually follow your passions. And so it feels like this is a lack-based mindset. Remember what I said last video? Every time I come on here, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I don't read you for filth. I read you for freedom. Okay? I'm not reading your energy for filth. I'm always reading your energy for freedom. All the time. Okay? Never trying to get at you. And if I'm getting up in your ass, it's for your own good, hunty. Okay? So this looks like a lack perception. A lack mindset. A mindset that I can't follow my passions. That's not a thing. I can't do that shit. That's not real. That's not real. This will not be the result. I have to be like this all the time, holding on to my coin at all times, or I will be destitute. That's what this feels like. A fear of being without. And that may be based off of a past experience. Remember in the beginning of the video, I said when our past experiences are predicting our present, right? And informing and interpreting our present experiences and predicting our future, we're not in the driver's seat. That version of us, the feelings we are trying to never feel again based off of how we felt in those past experiences are what are currently controlling our mindset and controlling how we move, what we do, why we do it, how we do it. And so this looks very much like, and the fire in this card, it looks like there's so much, like, in a way it's burning. Like, it's so over, what is it? When, you know, fire can either, you can stoke a fire to the point where you keep it going at a really nice temperature and it warms a room, but when it's too much fire, it burns, right? You can burn land and get it to a place where you can then grow seeds again, but sometimes you do it to a point where you just completely decimate everything. And it feels like this energy that you're putting out into the 3D is burning you the fuck out. And this mindset, this lack mindset, this fear of being without, so many pentacles, so many pentacles. And I know the Knight of Pentacles is planting seeds, you know, planting new seeds in the physical and making it come to fruition. But as soon as you get them seeds, or the things, and it comes to fruition, you like this. No, I can't let it go. Gotta hold on to it. Gotta hold on to it. Nope. Can't let it go. I need to get here. This is the only way I'll be safe. I need to make sure that I get here. Fuck a passion. I need to do the thing that makes me money. Maybe I'm good at it and I don't enjoy it. But I'm good at it, you know? And it's like at a certain point, this target becomes tainted in a way. Like your fear of failure, your fear of really of being without, and your fear of like what I said, being without, but there's a word for what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say. But your fear of, I'm trying to find the word. I can't find the word, but that I don't wanna feel, yo, can you help me find this word? I don't know what it is. It's just lack. I can't be without. I cannot feel helpless. That's the word. I cannot feel helpless, and being on the go. That seems to be what you think is going to keep you from feeling helpless. But and you feel like it might seem like that's your target, but in a way you're kind of burning away all of a lot of energy within yourself. And that bug in your mind is lack and fear of going without, fear of being helpless, fear of going back to a place where you had to be worried about your 3D reality and how you were going to survive in it. And everything about that fear is completely valid. Completely valid. This is not to say anything about its invalidity. The question that I will ask you though is you happy? Remember that? I just got a question for you. Is you happy? Go and tell a nigga no with an ass so fat. And why you want to go and do that, love, huh? All right, let's get serious for a second. But no, I want you to laugh. I want you to have fun here. This does not have to be like we're serious here. It doesn't have to be like that. There's levity here. Spirit is play. We're playing. We're having fun. And this is for you. This can be pleasurable. Growth can be so pleasurable. Growth can feel good. if we let it. Okay. So what I'm seeing basically is just there's a lot of fear of going without in the present. And I ask if you're happy because a lot of people on their deathbeds, we've heard this before, that people on their deathbeds have, when people ask, what is your biggest regret? They say, I wish I didn't work so much. I wish I lived more. Do you think that that will be your response to that question when you are getting ready to transition out of this 3D reality and out of this 3D realm and into the spirit realm? When you are on your deathbed and you are about to transition and pass on, is that going to be the answer that you give? If you had to really be honest with yourself at this moment and in this time, will that be the answer that you give? Did making all the money, having all the things, did it really feel as good as you thought it would? Did it give you what you thought it would give you? Did it give what it was supposed to give? Or if you could go back, would you do it differently? If your answer is yes, I will go back and do it differently, then there's some work. There's some internal work. That bug needs to be the roots that this weed of a mindset, of an outlook, of a perception, the roots of this weed needs to be uprooted. Where did this come from? Where did this lack mindset come from? Yes, probably from your past or an experience, or even from a conversation you overheard between people that you really trusted and cared about. It could be that too. You don't even have to have had hardship and struggle in your past. It could be that you saw someone in your life who was struggling and you said, I would never live like that. And so you went down on your grind and you got down. All the while you're avoiding yourself. All the while you're really avoiding getting to know you to the point where you feel brave enough to be like, actually, I think I want to do something that I really love and that brings me joy and peace and that I am excited about. Because is the money what excites you? Or is it just the feeling, the sensation of safety? Because everyone deserves to feel safe. We all deserve to feel safe. Everyone, we all do. The thing is, to what end? To what end are we willing to do what we need to do to feel safe? Are we willing to sacrifice our happiness? Sacrifice our joy? Sacrifice that which makes us feel alive and blissful? Are you willing to sacrifice your bliss for this perceived idea of what safety has to be? You get to decide what safety gets to be, what it gets to mean. And it can be that this passion of yours, oh my gosh, there's so much safety in it because I won't burn out from this. There's a point I will be so connected to me that I'll know when I need to take a break. I'll know when I need to, add some fresh, be innovative and add some fresh ideas, and really go beyond my edges. I'll know these things because I'm so connected to me, because it's something that's within me that I'm connected to. It's not something outside of me that I'm trying to grasp for and grasp at. Right? So you get to redefine your ideas of safety. And right now it seems like old experiences or things that you overheard or something that you saw that scared the shit out of you when it came to 3D life and how you're living. And this, I didn't even put this together, the power of purpose. So let me finish my statement. Something that you experienced scared the shit out of you, and that's what's the feeling that you had of, I don't ever want to experience that. That is what's currently informing how you respond to your present moment, how you are, what you do and why you do it, what you perceive as important, what you place all of your, what you prioritize, honestly, what you prioritize. And this card says the power of purpose. Is making money your purpose? Is making money your purpose? Because if you think so, that's fine. But this, you clicked on this pile, and what I'm seeing here is I'm avoiding me. You don't want to sit down. It's either you don't, it's probably all of these things, but you don't want to sit down and look at you, right? And so you go, 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 go. Because that's what makes you feel safe. Sitting down with you doesn't feel safe. Getting to know you and going internal does not feel safe. The moon says, it's like, this is the only card here that is only a major arcana card here, okay? Because we have minor arcanas and the pentacles and stuff. The major arcana being the moon is kind of like, this is the soul lesson that you have to learn. This is the lesson that is on the table. It's asking you to take a moment to really go internal and ask yourself, is making the money, is this your purpose? Is this the real target that you're trying to hit? Is this really the target that you want to hit? To be sitting there surrounded by things. And there's nothing wrong with acquiring things, but there needs balance. Where's the king? Where's the King of Cups? What about your heart and your emotions? Where's the King of Wands? What about your passion? Where's the King of Swords? What about your mind? Right? Am I forgetting one? I don't think so. Yeah. It's about balance here. And right now it feels very unbalanced and based off of a mindset of I cannot be without. And your soul lesson is to really, this reading and spirit is really asking you to take a moment to inquire within yourself. Ask the tough question. Are these pentacles my purpose? What am I prioritizing right now? And is this something that 5-10 years from now, I'm going to be happy that I prioritized? Look at your relationships. How they looking? Are they healthy, strong, stable? Or are they feeling a little bit fickle, a little bit wobbly? Because your head is so much in what you're doing. You so focused on getting here. You just going. You going with them pentacles and you don't see shit else. There's nothing wrong with having ambition, but having awareness about having balance within that ambition. Okay? That's what really matters here. So let's get a final card for this reading. Spirit, can you provide us some clarity, a final message as to what pile number 1, those who have chosen pile number 1, what they need to know, a final message and some guidance about how they can move through and cleanse this thing that is infecting their perception presently. I'm sorry if y'all can hear music, yo. Of course, the day I want to film, they got a goddamn block party or some shit happening, yo. I was like, yo, y'all drawing. I was so irked. I hope that y'all cannot hear that. That's really annoying. If y'all can, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to watch this back. Hopefully not, because I only have it on the setting where it's facing me. So I'm really hoping that y'all can't hear that shit. All right, so Spirit, can I have that final message? What is infecting pile number 1's perception, clarity, and just how can they cleanse it? How can they cleanse? Sorry, my camera died. But the card that I did choose for you all was the number 21, Soul's Journey. Living from soul opens me to the magic that exists when I surrender to divine manifestation on its own terms and timing. This is not living on the divine's timing. Striving to get to a certain place and saying, I can't surrender. I can't. I have to do this or I will fail and I will die and I will be without and life will suck. Look at her face in this card. Whether you're a male or a female, it does not matter. Look at the peace. And she's under the moon. What do we have here? going within the soul's journey. You really got to get acquainted with your soul, love. Ask yourself why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you avoiding something? What is the foundation of this fear of being without? What is the root of this fear of this fear of lack? On the other side of this truth is your liberation and your freedom. You're going on a journey of your soul right now, and if you choose to, you get to go on the journey of your soul right now and receive so many blessings as you journey on that path, if you choose to do so, because there's so much more than this in store for you. There's so much more in store for you, love. So much. It's right there at your fingertips if you just let yourself have it and trust and surrender, knowing that you are taken care of and you came to this point by no accident. It was no accident that you came to this point, that you clicked on my video, that you got this message. There was no accident. So take heed. Spirit speaking directly to you, love, okay? That's my message for you, pile number 1. I hope that it landed. I hope that it was. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to do this for every pile because I feel like it's relevant just to read the card. So for 21, the soul's journey is, as a soul, I am connected to an abundant and infinite universe, one that is constantly giving birth to itself. Likewise, my body's cycles are connected to the cycles of the earth, the moon, and the cosmos. It's a perpetual dance of birth, death, and renewal. On my soul's journey, I am drawn to make meaning of my experiences as they unfold. What did this experience that you had, right? This experience that maybe brought you to the place where you focus solely on acquiring things in the 3D. What did you make that mean? Because it had to have meant, you made it mean something to the point where all that you place you prioritize is the pentacles and acquiring the things in the 3D. And then grasping onto everything that you acquire to feel safe. So what did you make that experience mean? How can you shift that so that it supports you in feeling more free and not confined and shackled to the material world? Experiences that are joyful as well as those that are more difficult call to me. They ask me to become more fully awake, to fulfill my purpose, to live for my essence, for my soul. Calling to me. This is him. He is like, look at, he's ready. Them boats are out there. He's like, I'm going to take a boat. I'm ready. I got my plan. I figured out. I got a purpose. I got a purpose to fulfill. And there's power in my purpose, baby. Okay? There's power in that purpose. Living from soul opens me to the magic and abundance of the universe, to which I am intimately connected. The depth and luminance of my soul is tempered by virtues of humility, patience, compassion, and endurance. As I surrender to divine manifestation on its own terms and timing, I find that even the impossible begins to feel possible. That was beautifully aligned, y'all. I mean, Spirit be working, y'all. Spirit be up in this joint. All right. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you gained something from this reading, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Hey, pile number 2. If you clicked on pile number 2 in the video, then this is your reading, love. Okay. We're going to be contacting or co-creating the space where we're asking Spirit, what is currently infecting your perception? Okay. We're blocking out all negative energies, all negative entities from all spaces, times, and dimensions. Thank you so much to your spiritual mermaid, Elizabeth, for that beautiful prayer. She shares it in all of her videos, and I feel so protected and covered every time that she says that prayer over the readings before she begins. So thank you so much for sharing that and sharing your wisdom and your guidance with us, Elizabeth. We're going to be getting some clarity for you, pile number 2, on what is currently infecting your perception. Okay, love? So just did a few shuffles for you. I'm feeling one more. Okay. I did pray with pile number 1. I forgot to pray with everybody, but just know that the reading is covered. It's been prayed over. It is protected and divinely guided. Okay. You will get messages that are aligned to your highest timeline, your highest outcomes, and for your best. Okay. For your good. So let's cut this deck and get it swacking. All right, Spirit. What is it that pile number 2 needs to know about what is currently infecting their perception? I'm going to be getting one card from this 7 Energies Oracle. Then I'll go into the tarot, get some clarification, and then I will do a closing out card with the Soulful Woman deck. I will list all of the decks in the comments or the description box as well. I think that was 3 shuffles. I'll do one more. If nothing flies out, I'll just take the card on the top. I'm just feeling one more here. What does that mean? Feeling one more. Just one more. What does that mean? Okay, let's get this top card. A tall tale. We got this before. Okay. It is... Okay, we're going to go with the clarifiers. Okay. Do I read this for y'all? I think I have to read it every time I get this card because this card is not a fucking joke. But let's look at the clarifiers that come out. Let's do that because the tall tale is not a joke. It's about deceptions and how we deceive ourselves. Right? But the description in this guidebook is fucking tea. Okay? That thing goes in. It goes hard. Okay? But we'll see the clarifiers first. But it's basically about self-perception and the ways that we hide the truth from ourselves and others as a form of trying to grasp for control. To try to avoid something, to avoid having to relinquish control, to try to keep and maintain control, or to avoid being honest about where we feel out of control. So that's a really real card. That's some real shit. Okay, so let me do one more shuffle, and then I will choose some clarifiers from the tarot. I don't know why I have a stutter going on. Stuttering. Just one more. Those are meaning something. Just one more. Does that sound relevant to you? Just one more. Stutter. Skipping in my words, which I never usually do. Okay. Spirit, please provide some clarification on this tall tale. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. We usually get 3 cards just to surround this card, to surround the foundation card, which is a tall tale. So let me get 2 more. Spirit, please. What is currently infecting pile number 2's perception? That's too many. Love from nothing. No. I'm all over the place. I feel like kind of discombobulated right now. 2. The shuffle is not as smooth as it was with pile number 1. Okay, I'm just going to take the top card. Okay, this is beautiful. But I literally was just watching a video about this. About the sun, looking at the opposite meanings, how the card could, the shadow aspects of cards, tarot cards, as well as the light versions of them. Okay. So when I'm looking at these cards, I'm not seeing what I usually see. So we have a tall tale, and then we have the sun, the Page of Wands, and the World. And off the bat, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, these are very positive cards, but the foundation card is making it so that I'm seeing them differently. Okay? Because as soon as I see a tall tale, the tall tale, this, I'm gonna look, I didn't even show y'all the card, I'm sorry. It's like a Pinocchio type of fella. It's a little bit creepy, but he's sitting on a hat in a field, like just sitting on the hat, okay? And both of these cards, the land around him in this card and this tall tale card is very dry, barren. Same thing with the Page of Wands. The land around is very dry, barren, right? Uncultivated. Sorry, my camera died. First, pile number one, my gosh darn, card ran out of storage, and then this reading, my camera died, so we're having a time, but we're gonna keep going. I was saying that in all of these cards, like the Page of Wands and the tall tale, the land is quite barren, right? The land around both characters, you know, figures in the cards is barren around them, waiting to be cultivated. And in both of these cards, the sun and the world, let me make sure that I'm not, let me look at the bottom of the deck too. We have the Chariot. There's a lot of major arcana here. Just FYI. We have the Chariot, and underneath the Chariot we have the Death card. Okay. So at the foundation of this, there's something very much grounded or based in transformation. And I'm going to weave this back into how your perception is being infected. Okay, but I want to give you the gist of what's coming to me as it comes in. In the beginning of the reading, I was saying, like stuttering and just one more time. And that feels relevant for some reason. And stuttering, it felt discombobulated. Both of these cards look like, to me, both of these characters are naked. Okay, they're nude. In the nude. Okay, and they're both like very much in the spotlight. It's very spotlighty to me. Like she's in the center of a wreath, and this little child figure, which can be perceived as the person who's getting the reading, is sitting on a white horse, naked in the sun, riding off into the sunset. Okay, both are perceived in the tarot as success cards, the world being the final card in the major arcana. Okay, and the sun being about optimism and bigness and great outcomes, big possibilities. And what I perceive it as often is being confident, assured, full of zest, full of life. And both of these characters, both the character in the world and in the sun, both look very much as the center of attention. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out, because it feels like this is going somewhere, but I'm going to take out the Death and the Chariot. And underneath the Death, though, we have the Eight of Coins, which is kind of making more sense. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles here, or coins, whatever you want to call them. Come on, nah. Get clear on yourself. Come on, what are you doing? There we go. I'm going to keep both of these out, but I'm going to get some clarity for the Page of Wands. Can I have clarifier for the Page of Wands, please? What does this have to do with what's currently infecting pile number 2's perception? Because I feel like I'm getting something, but I want to make sure that I'm correct in what I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera at all because I'm thinking so hard. Like I'm really trying to like tap in. But this message is real, like, it's not super, like, clear cut. Yeah, like, there we go. We got one. Ah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take that because it flipped out real hard. All right, y'all. Let's see. So what came out were first the Seven of Wands and the Page of Swords. And it flipped out real heavy, so I took it. So a tall tale. First of all, a lot of this is about deceiving oneself, okay? And it's, okay, how I'm connecting this for real, is that there's a lot of center of attentionness here. Like, center of attention. You're the center of attention. You're on the chariot. Like, he's surrounded by stars. He's right there looking forward. Like, he is center frame, center of attention. Okay? And this Eight of Coins is about working hard working, creating this working persistently and consistently to create a desired outcome in the 3D. And it seems like whoever picked pile 2, there's a lot about you wanting 3D acknowledgement and a desire to get 3D validation of your worth. Okay? Needing and telling yourself that you're confident just because you are, because you get to be. And this, I can say this from experience. When you're used to people complimenting you or telling you, you know, how nice you look, and that the dopamine hit it is to have people, especially even on social media, to like your pics and like validate how cute you felt that day. When that doesn't happen, it feels like a loss. Hello, darling. My son is here. But it feels like a loss of some sort. It can feel like something's wrong if I don't get that compliment, if I don't get that validation or that confirmation. Something's wrong. Like, I didn't do something right. And it seems like you've been working really, really hard to get that external validation, to be in this spotlight and to be like, yes, look at me, I'm lovely, you know, and not saying this in a bad way. Everyone wants to feel that regal beautifulness, you know, and be like, yeah, I'm accomplishing all the things, I'm doing all the things, but it's always you working hard to get it from the external world. And this Page of Swords is like this mindset. There needs to be a new mindset, and you starting to practice this new mindset of what would it be like if I fulfilled myself. We have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. What would it be like? And this is about fulfillment within, an internal fulfillment, internal gratification, internal. It's not external. Because these cups are behind him and they're all his. Cups represent emotions, connection, depth, love. Okay? Those are behind him and they're all his. And he's just like, yeah, Doug, I feel good, bruh. Right? And it comes through him, and he's so proud to have accomplished that for himself. And in this reading, it seems like there's very much an external focus. And this wand, this passion of yours is very much like you have to become a beginner and make your passion not external perception, but your passion, let it become your own love. Let it become your own. Let that become the gift. Let that become the mission to really fulfill yourself internally. And right now it feels like what's infecting your internal perception is your focus and prioritization of external validation and external perceptions. Because right here we have these Seven of Wands, which is about having to stand for what you want, right? But in this card, it feels like there's a lot of shit in your mind that you fight against. There's a lot of stuff in your mental psyche and perceptions that you have of yourself that you're currently fighting against. And instead of actually coming to a place where you're like, I've made peace with that, I accept these things about myself, I've let go of the ideas that I know were put there from past experiences, it seems like you instead just look for someone else to tell you, okay, no, that's not true. You are beautiful. You are important, right? Oh my God, my son just turned my light off. Okay, Ellie, no thank you. No thanks. No, do not turn that off. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So instead of going within and asking, like, what's infecting your perception right now is there's battles that you're fighting internally, and instead of really looking to uproot and unearth the shit that is keeping you grasping things outside of yourself and working toward a goal that really just results in you feeling so empty at the end of the day, you continue to hang on to and lie to yourself about how much you really do love yourself and care about yourself, how much you really do see yourself in this beautiful light without any external input. And I'll say this in every single video. I feel like and I think at this point I've made it a tagline on my YouTube, is that I don't read you for filth, I read you for freedom. And even if the messages seem harsh, I'm never saying them as a way to hurt feelings or cut you deep, right? It may seem like I'm getting in your ass for fun. I'm not getting in your ass for fun. I do want my readings to have levity to them, because playfulness and pleasure is really when we are allowing ourselves to, we receive more deeply when we're in those states. So I want there to be playfulness and fun, right? Even in the midst of something that feels very serious. So just know that I'm never reading you for filth. I'm always reading you for freedom. And on the other side of self-honesty is so much liberation. I know this from personal experience. Time and time again. Not just one time, but over and over and over and over and over again. No longer lying to myself about shit has resulted in so much internal, spiritual, soul level liberation, love. This is why I'm delivering this message with such honesty and saying it very transparently, okay? Your passion for a long time, what's felt like a passion for you, was really protecting yourself. Protecting yourself from the negative perceptions of other people. Protecting yourself from experiencing, and I know this from personal experience, for myself it is, I want to avoid being perceived as ugly. I want to avoid being perceived as a loser, as weird. I want to avoid being an outcast, being the one that doesn't feel like they belong. And how do I do that? I make sure that I do the things that are going to make it so that people perceive me a certain way. I'm going to make it so that I fulfill or check off all the boxes of all the people who I see that look X, Y, and Z kind of way and try to fit that mold. All the while inside of my brain, I'm doing this. My ego, all of the parts of me that feel so undeserving, that really don't feel like they belong, the parts that have been completely ridiculed into submission and shrinking and smallness, those parts are literally yelling at me like, bitch, what about us? And I'm like, no, I have to be perceived nicely. Okay, I'm doing something important here. You see me, I'm riding off into the best place that I can possibly go. It's like, yeah, I'm working hard towards something that's gonna make me feel great. And it never did. It never fucking did. I always felt like shit. if I stepped out of line and didn't live up to that image, that all that admiration, all that love, gone. As soon as I started to be more of me. As soon as I started to not play the game anymore. As soon as I started to not give a fuck. And right now it feels like you need to start getting really place your energy and your fire and your passion into this new mindset. Swords are mindsets, right? These are thoughts. It's how you understand something. Okay, I'll just leave it at thoughts. It's very much mental. Developing this new mindset of not giving a fuck about any external perceptions. And we have the death card here, and that death card says you have to transform, love. And you have to transform what you pay homage to. What do you pay homage to? Is it homage or homage? I don't know, y'all. What are you placing in prioritizing? Because this mindset, this is infecting your reality, because you're having an internal battle to the point where you feel at war with yourself. But then you go out into the world and you are putting on a mask. We all do it. We all have done it. We all go through phases when we do it and then we snap out of it. This is your wake-up call, my love. This requires transformation. A transformation of your mindset. A transformation of what you prioritize. Changing your mindset and placing all of your fire and your passion and your energy into this new mindset of I don't give a fuck, and this is my focus. I want this. I want to feel good internally. I want to feel real love. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Hey, someone to set my heart free. Real love. For real. That's like that kind of just juicy goodness. And you deserve that. It will, however, require for you to let yourself release that old mindset. On the ground here, there is an old, I can't tell, let me see, where is that? Right here. There's an old, like a religious figure there in the background, and he's laying on the ground. Okay, and these people are begging, like, I don't want to die, I don't want to face death, I don't want to go. And that part of you is going to be like, please, we've been winning. We've won so far. Why do you want to change shit? Just come on. It feels so good. It feels so good when people think you look nice. It feels so good when people give you compliments. It feels so good when we feel important. And those parts of you will literally cling on. It will cling on. And you're going to cling to them because they feel important. It's going to feel like death. 1 minute. Ellis. Please stop. Come on, babe. Come here. Do that over here, okay? Not on the table. It's going to feel, you're going to want to cling to this. All these parts of you that have felt so important. You're going to want to cling to them. It's going to feel like a death. But really, it's a transformation. You're getting rid of the old ways. Laying on the ground, they're dead, they're gone. It's no more. They can't escape. They can't escape the transition. They can't escape the transmutation of that old shit that's been tainting your view of you, your true soul level, deep, meaningful, really meaningful, without any external input perception of you. And it's going to feel like a really challenging decision. 2 ways your mind could go, 2 decisions you can make. You feel like you are torn. You have to let yourself transform, though, love. Because right now, this old way of being, it feels so good to be in the sun, to have all the people looking at you, to feel so alive and important. And as soon as you leave the spotlight, you feel like this in your mind. Always at war in your mind. Trying to escape, trying to something of a change, got me at war in my mind. Yeah, better let go of weight, can't keep what's holding me. SZA said it. SZA said it, y'all. You working towards this shit. And at war in your mind, baby. This weight is holding you. It is not. This weight. Look at him. His back's all bowed over. He looking at the ground, not even looking up at the beautiful sky, carrying all this heavy shit. For what? For what? What's the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason? No, but seriously, what's the reason? What's infecting your mind is infecting your perception is, from what I'm seeing here, is you feeling that external validation and approval is a requirement for you to feel worthy. It is not. When you are so full within yourself, you know your worth, whether the room is full of 10,000 people or it is empty. Whether you got mascara on, you're looking good, you're dressed to the nines, or you're wearing a hoodie and some sweatpants. Bare face, sweatpants, head tied, chilling with no makeup on. No matter what. This is really real wealth. This is something, and the validation and the sense of worthiness, belonging to yourself, that cannot be taken from you. No one can take it from you. No one can taint your perception of you without your permission once you get to the point where you recognize that and you're pouring into you. And you sit there and you're so proud and you're so accomplished and you're like, this is mine, bro. I'm gonna work toward this instead. This work can be done either way. You can go either direction, babe. You can go either direction. Which way you're gonna go? You can go either direction, stay in the spotlight, do all the things and fake the confidence that really isn't internal, it's very external, or you can go ahead and put it into you. So where that confidence, you exude that shit. You drip it from your very core. You do not need external validation or confirmation to confirm your worthiness. It's not required. And you cleanse this from yourself, and I'll pull out the last card, which will be further advice, but you cleanse it by shifting and changing to a new mindset, allowing yourself to take on the new mindset. This Page of Swords is new, this new mindset. I'm trying it out. I'm trying it on. You know, this Page of Wands, it's like, ooh, I have this new passion, and this passion of pouring into me. Oh, this shit feels good. Oh, yeah, it feels good. You know, this new passion. The Ace of Wands is a new passion. It's new. This new passion of pouring into me. Where is it at? Pouring into me, man. This shit feels good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then, baby, we got the Queen of Cups, love. Look at her. She's holding that cup and just filling herself, feeling all of her, feeling all of the emotion and all of the fullness of her. So unafraid to delve into her internal world, into her internal workings. She's not in this space anymore of indecision. She said, no, I choose me. I choose me. I'm pouring into me. I'm getting to know me. I'm loving on me. And then we get into that Empress energy, right? And then you really start to hone that knowing of self, and you get to that High Priestess. Yep. There's some juicy goodness awaiting you, babe. This infection of feeling like external approval is required for you to feel worthy. That's what's infecting your perception. It's a fucking lie. It's a tall motherfucking tale. It's a tall tale, love. It's a tall tale. It's a lie. It's a lie. And you will continue to lie to yourself about how truly happy and fulfilled you feel by needing external input to confirm that for you, to prove it, or for you to need to prove it to external parties for them to confirm it. You don't need that shit. So where did this belief come from that you need that external validation is required to confirm your worthiness? Where did this belief come from? What is the root? You need to uproot it. You need to cleanse that parasite from your mind, from your perception, because it is impeding upon you being able to be autonomous and have full authority over how you perceive you. Okay, so let's pull out our last card. Thank you so much, Spirit. I don't know if I breathed very deeply that entire time. I was in that joint, y'all. That was serious. Not serious, but you know what I mean. That was deep. I'm here with you, baby. I'm still learning. I don't need external perception to validate or confirm my worthiness, love. I'm already there. I was born here. I was born onto this planet with a divine purpose. I don't need nobody to tell me or confirm for me that I belong here or that I'm worthy. One more. You don't need someone else to tell you that, because even then it's based off of their perception of what worthiness means. What's their definition of worthiness? You don't know. So why does that get to determine how worthy you feel, how important you feel, how significant you feel? It doesn't have to. You give it permission to. No, I didn't cut the deck. I have to cut it, y'all. I have to do my thing. I do my thing in the order that I do my thing. Okay? Here we go. Spirit, can we have a final clarifying message for pile number 2's reading? How can they cleanse and heal from this bug, this parasite that is infecting their perception, that is stealing and draining their energy, this perception of needing external validation. Okay, that's all of them. Needing external validation to prove and confirm their worthiness. Let's see, it says number 20, enlightenment power. I am a person choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. And it says woman, I am a woman, but we're talking to everybody here. Whatever your chosen gender is, your identity is. Look how at peace she is. Sitting in a field of flowers, in a lotus. Going within herself. She's meditating. She's within herself. At complete peace. Where is he at? They're in similar positions. At complete peace. Filling herself with her own presence. Filling herself with her own love. Beautiful. All right, let's read this out of the book. I'm going to read each person's card. Number 20, Enlightenment Power. I am a person who chooses to pursue their own spiritual development and evolution. While I understand that at the level of absolute reality, male and female are simply forms of manifestation that come and go, still, I seek a new kind of enlightenment, one that embraces the sacred feminine path of love and grace. I practice my spirituality in my own way, rather than accepting limits or dogmas that tell me what I should or should not be spiritually or otherwise. I learn how to embrace a more enlightened state of being through simple practices such as gratitude, compassion, and self-love. Yeah? Self-love. Where's my queen at? Self-love, y'all. Getting to know you. Getting to know you. That reading was so beautiful. I'm sorry it got a little cut there. I had to go do parenting stuff. And my kids are playing in the background. So we have company now in this part of the reading. But I want to come back to, as I was taking the break to do all my stuff. I recognized that at the beginning of the reading, I realized what that whole just one more, in the very beginning I was saying that, just one more, and also feeling really frazzled, and the cards being kind of like I feeling discombobulated. That's this experience of being discombobulated within yourself. I think that's what that was. That's what it feels like it was. And then the just one more is just one more praise, just one more external form of external validation, just one more compliment I need to feel good today, just one more form of praise or confirmation of my worthiness, just one more picture, right? This one wasn't good enough, let me get one more. I think that's what that was about in the very beginning, and I just put that together, so I wanted to share that with you. But that whoever told you that belief is not the ultimate truth. Our truths are very subjective, of course, but you really, in this reading, is that you really need to ask yourself, is this worth it? Carrying this load, carrying all of the things that feel so heavy, but also, and then fighting yourself in your mind about what you really want, really what your real worth is, like what really defines your worth. Is it being in this spotlight all the time and needing someone to tell you that you are beautiful and tell you how worthy you are? Are you willing to take up this new passion, this new fire, this new mindset, and let that be, and let yourself transform, and let the old ways die? Because right now, the question for this reading was, what parasite, like what is infecting your perception? And this, if this was a positive thing, it wouldn't have come out as something that's infecting your perception. That's just the reality of it, y'all. So really be honest with yourself and ask yourself, what am I prioritizing when it comes to my self-worth? Whose opinion am I prioritizing? Why? What makes me believe that I need X, Y, and Z to feel worthy? Right? Unearth, uproot the stuff that is tainting your perception, that is infecting your perception of you. Okay? Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that this served you in some way, baby. Okay? And I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. Welcome, babies. Okay. We're going to be answering the question for you. What is currently infecting your perception? Pile number 1 and pile number 2 had stunning messages, okay, hunty pie. So I expect nothing less for you. Spirit's gonna come through as they always do, okay? And so I've already shuffled the cards, cut the decks and everything so that we are ready to go. All right, so I'm going to start with the 7 energies oracle, and then I'm going to clarify with some tarot, and then I'm going to pull a final message with our soulful woman oracle deck. Okay, so let's start with our 7 energies to get the foundational message. Okay, this is basically the theme of the message. That's what I'm going to call that, the theme. Okay, Spirit, can I please have a foundational message and theme for how pile number 3, those who have chosen pile number 3, how they are, what is currently infecting their perception of life, of themselves, keeping them mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically imprisoned and out of their power, disempowered. I'll do 3 shuffles and then I'll take the top card if we don't get one. All right. Time machine. I don't usually get 2 for this, but that came out really easily, so I'm going to take it. It really flew out because none have been flying out, so I'm going to take that. Ooh, body and soul and time machine. There is. Body and soul and time machine. Stunning cards. I just wonder what this message is. But I see, for real, if I'm going to like say off the bat message that's just coming to me intuitively, it's very much, if I'm going to put time machine first, I want to go in the order they came out. A reset. What's infecting your perception is maybe trying to go backwards. And that affecting you in your body and your soul. That affecting you in a deep, deep way. Needing to go, something that you need to make peace with from your past. Or something that you're trying to change from your past that can't be changed because it's in the past. And really having to accept that that is the reality, and the only thing that you can change right now is your perception of what happened. And you are unintentionally infecting your own perception of your life by grasping onto, maybe this is my, intuitive guess right now, or, what I'm being guided to say, that you are grasping to an outcome that will never be, because we don't have time machines. Time machines are not a thing, y'all. We can't go backwards. And sometimes grasping for things really affects us internally, because we're stagnant in our body and our soul. We're stagnant physically and emotionally, spiritually, internally. Let's get some more messages for this. This is gonna be a juicy one. Spirit, can I have some clarity on this time machine and body and soul? How is pile number 3 currently? What is infecting their perception? For those beautiful souls who chose pile number 3. Numero 3. I just came back from Spain, y'all. So I know Spanish now. No, I don't. Not a lick of fucking Spanish. A little bit. I know a little bit. Let me not discredit myself completely, but I'm not fluent in nothing. But I was just showing off because I know the numbers and stuff. All right, let's keep going. Like I said in all of the readings, we had one that came up. Levity. A card just came out, but levity is a part of my readings. I am very big on playfulness and fun. I've been serious for a good portion of my fucking life. I really don't want any more. I'm feeling another shuffle. I really don't want any more seriousness, especially not in this space. That's number 2. We will get 3. In this space, I want you to feel that you can laugh, even if it's supposed to be quote unquote serious. This can be fun. Growth can be enjoyable and pleasurable if you let it be. Okay? But yeah, let's do the third card. Put them in the order in which they came out. We have the Ten of Swords, the World, and the Knight of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands, followed by the Three of Swords. Okay, y'all. So right off the bat, I'm clearly we have swords. We have we have two different sets of swords here. We have the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, both of which depict hurt. But also the Ten of Swords is the end of a mental cycle, the end of something, the end, right? And the World is something coming to completion. We had this in the last reading, but I interpreted it totally differently. Spirit works so magically. God works in mysterious, beautiful ways. Oh my God, thank you to the Most High and our ancestors, our spirit guides of the benevolent, most elevated, empowered order. Thank you so much for this reading right now. Because the message is coming through really clearly, and it's that this time machine and this body and soul, this is where you deserve to be, in the completion state. Okay? And an experience hurt you mentally. Something has really tainted your outlook on life. An experience that took place in your past that really stole your shine. It made you feel like this, that you were just abandoned and hurt and left just to figure it out. Like, this is why does I keep doing that every time I try to do these cards? Is it my card again? Oops, sorry y'all. Here it is. It left you feeling like that, just so abandoned, so hurt. And I don't think you want to accept that. Like, you really don't want to. You wish you had a time machine to go back and to remove the hurt. You want to, like, dig it out of yourself. And there's things in your day-to-day life that remind you so much of this experience, and everything comes back to this pain. It's like your constant state of being is pain. And you're like, I can't live like this. I wish I could undo it. How can I undo it? Baby, the only way that you undo it is we have the Knight of Pentacles, is to create and the Four of Wands, to create a new foundation. Because building anything off of this is going to be unstable. It's going to result in a sense of just, the foundation will be, it will always remind you of what you experienced. It will be interpreted by your past. It will be dependent on your previous experiences. Like I said in the beginning, your pain will always be driving the car, will always be driving the vehicle of your life, of your mind, of your heart. Your pain will always be your compass. If you build based off of this, from this place of hurt, from this place of pain, and let these be the things that tell you what you get to do and how you get to live. And right now, your focus on wanting to go backward, your focus on wanting to undo, wanting to make something just go away, to take it away and wish it never happened, and that is poisoning you from getting to a place of feeling so unfettered and free in your being, the way that you deserve to feel. This is the place that you deserve to feel. This is the end of a cycle, because we have an end of a cycle here, and then we have an end of a cycle here. Look at the difference between these two ends of cycles. Yes, this is what you experience, but this is also what you get to have. You get to have this experience if you perceive and are able to step into not even just sovereignty, but take your power back. There it is. Take your fucking power back, love. That energy is yours. That past experience, this hurt, this pain is siphoning your energy from you. And I think you're thinking that, maybe you're thinking that if you can't take it away, then you'll always be this wounded individual. And you will always have this in your memory. It will always be a part of your story. But that experience, how you allow it to play out in your present life, or would you allow it to the effect and impact you allow it to have is within your power to decide. And right now it seems like you're deciding that you're just going to lie down and curl up into fetal position and never go backward, never, and not care for yourself. You're like, how can I move forward from that? How am I supposed to move forward from that shit? Who can just get over that? And it's not about getting over it. The one thing that I recognize is that for myself, my past experiences, it's more so for me when I want to deny and reject the truth of what happened, is when I stay imprisoned. Because I keep saying and not admitting this did not happen. No, if I would have, and maybe I could have, and no. I'm staying there. The part of me that felt like it was taken from me at that time in that experience is trapped there. When I continue to lie about what actually took place and to deny the truth. I know a lot of us have had fucked up experiences, and there is no amount of therapy or amount of meditation or yoga or energetic cleansing that can make us forget. I keep coming to this Ace of Cups. It's an overflow of your heart crying. And I know that you've cried, but a cry that feels cleansing, not a cry that is you clutching onto the pain. It feels like that's something that you may need, is to cry a cleansing cry. Cleanse yourself. Receive the gift that is acceptance. And I know you may not want to hear that, and I'm sorry, because I didn't want to hear that shit. I was pissed the fuck off when someone thought that they could tell me that. Because we have so many new starts. We have the Ace of Swords, this new way of thinking. You're getting offered this fresh mindset, this fresh perspective, and this open, cleansed, clear heart. The space where you can emotionally feel safe and well and open and overflowing. You're being offered that. However, if you're laying down and letting that experience predict and determine who you get to be, your hand isn't open to accept. Your heart isn't open. You're face down. How can you take that? How can you let that love enter you? How can you let your heart overflow when you're face down? How can your hand can't be open? How are you going to take? How could you possibly accept and receive these blessings? Oh, goddamn! All right now. Let's order this. Let's organize this, okay? How could you accept these things if all you see is this in front of, all you looking at is the dirt. Face down in the dirt. Not looking at the sunshine, not thinking that there's ever going to be a sunny day in your life again. You deserve to be here experiencing this freedom. And I feel like you want a time machine that undoes. What I'm sensing is that you want a time machine that undoes. And the Five of Cups came right up on top of the reading, and I'm going to take that along with the moon. I'm going to take those because they're very relevant, and they were just right there, like straight, like it was supposed to be a part of the reading. So I'm going to take that. But you're looking at these old experiences, and you can't even see. Look at him. He's looking at, this person is looking down at these spilt cups, right? These 3 spilt cups. But look behind this person. There's 2 that are upright and ready to be taken and ready to be received, and for him, the person to move along. They're mourning, and the mourning has reached its expiration date. And so I was saying, I feel like you want a time machine to undo. However, that the only time machine that exists is you going back to that experience and allowing it to make meaning of it in a way that empowers you, in a way that shows you how fucking the level of fortitude and strength, and how protected you are, how unbreakable you are. Like you tried to sever my heart. You tried to fuck with my mind. You tried to, and you could have. And you know what? For a long time I let you. For a long time I let this thing do that to me. But I choose differently now. I don't choose this shit no more. I don't want this anymore. I choose to plant seeds in the 3D and in my reality that build a new foundation where I'm filled with joy, and a foundation that is solid, a foundation that cannot be shaken, a foundation that allows me to have an open heart. Gosh darn it. It did fall right to the Queen of Cups though. Open heart. Able to see and perceive my emotions as my allies rather than my enemies, because right now a lot of your emotions may feel like they are just overwhelming the fuck out of you. Like they're overwhelming you, and they've always feel so heavy. Your emotions just feel like, why are you here, bitch? Like, go somewhere. And it feels heavy in your body and your soul. It feels heavy. Like it doesn't feel as beautiful and easeful and light as you want it to, as you just like, how could I possibly? And so going within yourself, what the moon says, right? But also not thinking that you have to do this alone is what I'm seeing, because this experience feels really heavy, and it feels like I'm doing it a disservice by just saying open your heart and let things come in. But look, once I just parted the deck again, we have the 2 of Cups. You don't have to do this shit alone. You don't have to face it alone. It's my gosh darn cardigan, y'all. This thing is like taking all of the spotlight. I'm trying to show y'all. There we go. You don't have to do this alone. And then look inside of the 4 of Wands. There's 2 people here, and then behind them there's even more people celebrating this new foundation with them. They were not alone. They were not alone in creating this. You don't have to do this alone. And it's about surrounding yourself with people who won't make you feel ashamed or wrong for your vulnerability, for your openness. allowing yourself to really be like, even if it's a therapist, especially if it's a therapist, letting someone help you and support you, letting people support you through this healing. Because the time machine really is you no longer allowing this experience to taint your perception of what's possible for you in your life and how you get to live it and how happy you get to be. These don't get to predict how happy you get to be. This is not all that you get to have. This is not your ultimate reality. You deserve so much more. You deserve so much more, hun. And this really feels like what's infecting your perception is a lack of acceptance of what happened and attempting to control what is uncontrollable, which is the fact that the thing happened. You can't control that it happened. You can only control your perception of what it gets to mean in your life now. How much power it gets to have in the present moment right now. All those cards just dropped out, and I feel like it was like this huge mess, and my response could have been like, oh fuck, you know, like it could have been, god damn, where are the cards, I can't find them, but I chose to be like, okay, I'll just clean them up very calmly and put them to the side and actually use and allow myself to see what was created from that mess, right? From what I could have perceived as a mess. But in it was a further message. We got two additional cards that even added to the message, y'all. So I chose to perceive that mess and give that mess meaning, which is exactly what you get to do. That's exactly what you get to do, love. You make things mean what you want them to mean. You get to take your power back and come into a place of complete liberation within your mind, your body, and your soul. No one gets to take that from you. Nothing gets to take that from you. And it takes time to come to a place where you can be like, I make peace with it. Making peace with things is a process. This is not an overnight thing. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that in any way, shape, or form. Please don't get me twisted, okay? I'm never saying that. It is a process. And a process that is very purposeful from start, and not even start to finish. There's not a finish line. There's never a finish line. But it's purposeful throughout its duration. And eventually you will feel as though you can do this. That you can open your heart and receive. That you feel the levity within your being again, and you don't feel the heaviness of this. That you're able to, you take your face up off the dirt, you get up, you dust yourself off, and you say, I get to build from a place that is rooted in my power. Because I am not a victim to this life. You are not a victim to this life. We are not victims to this life. We are not a victim to our experiences. And yes, we can be in the darkest of dark holes. And it can feel like there is no way to get out of that shit. It can feel like completely hopeless, honestly. And this is where support and people come into our lives to help us climb out. This is not something we do alone, and I want to make sure that I say that. And I see the Eight of Wands here, and I look at this and I see not wands but people. all working toward a common goal. These wands are flying toward a target. And to me, I perceive that as different people, different passion, different fires all coming together to help you heal, to help you build this new foundation. All this is love. All these, it's just so much love for you. All so much love for you to get to this place where you feel so good in your body and your soul, where you feel light and capable and open to receive all the love. You feel at peace. And you're ready to create that new reality, the one that is based off of what you want, what you truly want, not what your past tells you you get to have, but what you truly want. But right now, your obsession with trying to undo that which has pained you and hurt you and wronged you, it's really infecting your perception of all the possibilities in front of you now. Maybe even all the people that want to love you and help you and support you, that want what's best for you. Your face is down and you can't see them. And your perception is completely clouded by the dirt and the grime and the yuckiness and the muck. Let's get a closing card. I don't even know if I have to shuffle this, y'all, because as soon as I pick up the deck, I looked at the bottom and it says number 26, Heart Healing. And I shuffled this before your reading. Shuffled it, cut the deck, everything. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. Let's read that card. I read the card for all the piles, so I'm going to read it for y'all as well. My courageous journey of healing leads me along a path of self-love and empowerment. It initiates higher levels of personal awakening within me and deepens my relationship with myself, with compassion for myself and a thoughtful attitude towards what's hurt me. I am ready to help heal any hurts to my heart. Oh, child, this is making me emotional. Whew. Okay. Keeping my heart healthy and open is a priority for me. Through the work of heart healing, I learned to listen more deeply to my intuition, feelings, and instincts. I discover what I need to do to honor and care for my body, mind, and spirit. Yo, spirit coming through. I become more attuned to my inner soul prompts. In the course of healing my heart, I may even discover a new direction in life, guided by a new knowledge of myself. A new direction and new knowledge. Planting new seeds, building a new foundation, and new knowledge of myself. How deep your love goes for you. How deeply you can love yourself, how deeply you can love others, how deeply others can really love you. Both the light and the dark sides of me. That was beautiful, y'all. My camera kept dying and doing all the things, and yet Spirit said just chill. It'll be fine. It'll work out. Everything will be fine. And this is what happens when you stick to and persevere through. Sticking to and persevere through. Okay? Let yourself be loved. Know that we cannot undo the past, but we can shift our perception of it. We can change our relationship to it. We can give it the meaning that we want to give it, a meaning that empowers us, a meaning that gives us our power back. And it's not easy. It's not an easy process, but it's a worthwhile one. I know that from experience. Like I said, everyone has their shit. Everyone's had their experiences, I know. Some may seem bigger or smaller than others. We have had our own shit, our own experiences, our own traumas, our own pains. And the only truth and maybe commonality in all of that is that we have complete control over how we perceive it and how much power we give it and what we allow those experiences to mean for us, to us, within us. Thank you so much for being here, pile number 3. I hope that this was supportive to you, and I wish you nothing but the best on your journey to heart healing and becoming your most fullest and wholest self. Okay? Love y'all. See you in my next video. Bye.